Welcome to Frederick Today. I'm your host, Frederick Van Leerde, and this is the podcast where we explore practical strategies to help entrepreneurs like you grow smarter, not just bigger. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart: how to scale strategically in niche markets. If your audience isn't everyone, and let's face it, most successful businesses aren't, you know the unique challenges of growing while staying true to your core. In this episode, we'll cover everything from understanding your market and refining your value proposition to building partnerships, expanding smartly, and keeping those deep customer connections intact. Want to skip to your favorite part? Check the episode description. We've broken it down into sections so you can jump straight to what interests you most. Now, grab your coffee, tea, or whatever fuels your hustle, and let's get started. Here's the thing about niche markets. You can't afford to guess what your audience wants. You've got to know them better than they know themselves. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine runs a vegan bakery specializing in gluten-free desserts. For years, they assumed their customers were just health-conscious eaters. Then, they started having real conversations, asking about their daily lives, why they loved the bakery, and what they struggled with. Turns out, a big chunk of their customers weren't just avoiding gluten, they were parents of kids with multiple allergies, looking for safe, trustworthy snacks. That insight completely changed their marketing and product development. Suddenly, they weren't just a vegan bakery. They became the safe haven for allergy-conscious families. Here's the takeaway. Talk to your customers. Hang out where they hang out. Join forums. Comment on Reddit threads. DM them on Instagram. The more you listen, the more you'll uncover. Once you know your market, you've got to nail your value proposition. Think of it as the why behind your business, the reason people choose you and not someone else. And no, it can't just be, we're the best, or our quality is unmatched. That's fluff. Be specific. For example, let's say you're running a boutique fitness app for busy moms. Instead of saying, we help moms get fit, try this. We offer 15-minute workouts designed for moms juggling naps, school runs, and everything in between. See how that feels real? It's not just a tagline. It's a promise. Here's something to try. Sit down and finish this sentence. Only we can we. And whatever you write, make sure it's something no one else can claim. Let's talk about how to grow your reach. Most people think scaling means dumping money into ads, but for niche markets, that's often a waste. Your audience isn't scrolling endlessly through Instagram ads. They're in tight-knit communities. This is where partnerships come in. Think about it. Who's already serving your audience? Could you team up? Here's an example. I know someone who started a line of eco-friendly dog toys. Instead of throwing money at Facebook ads, they partnered with local dog trainers and pet shelters. The trainers recommended the toys during sessions, and the shelters included them in adoption kits. Boom. Authentic connections and new customers. Start small. Reach out to complementary businesses. Offer to collaborate on events, co-create content, or even bundle your products. Partnerships are a win-win if you're strategic about them. Okay, so you've got your audience, your value, and your partners. Now comes the tricky part: growth. Here's the trap. A lot of businesses think growth means broadening their audience. But in a niche, going too broad can backfire. You dilute your brand, and suddenly you're just like everyone else. The smarter move? Expand adjacent to your niche. Find natural extensions of what you're already doing. Think about a company like Peloton. They started with bikes, then moved into treadmills, and now they're doing yoga and strength training. They didn't leap to something random. They stayed close to their core audience. For your business, ask, what's the next logical step for your customers? And before you go all in, test it. Launch a minimum viable product, a small, scrappy version, and see how it performs. Here's something we often forget in the rush to grow. Every single customer in a niche market matters. Seriously, relationships are your biggest asset. This isn't just about replying to emails faster or sending a thank you note, though let's be honest, those things help. It's about creating a sense of community around your brand. Think loyalty programs, early access to new products, or exclusive webinars. And don't underestimate the power of a great support team. If a customer feels like they're talking to a real person who cares, they'll stick around, and they'll tell their friends. Here's a challenge for you. Think about one way you can surprise and delight your top customers this month. It could be as simple as a handwritten note or a freebie for their loyalty. Small gestures go a long way. Let's zoom out for a second. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, hitting revenue goals, launching the next campaign, keeping the lights on. But scaling in a niche market requires long-term thinking. Ask yourself, where do you want to be in 5 years? What does success look like beyond the numbers? And while you're at it, invest in systems that can grow with you. Whether it's better inventory management, a more robust CRM, or new analytics tools, think about what your future business needs, not just what you need today. Most importantly, stay curious. Keep an eye on trends in adjacent markets, watch your competitors, and listen to your customers. Growth isn't static, it's a moving target, and the more you stay ahead of it, the better positioned you'll be. Let's recap. If you want to grow strategically in a niche market, focus on understanding your audience deeply, sharpening your value proposition, leveraging partnerships, expanding intentionally, building strong customer relationships, and keeping the big picture in mind. Remember, your niche isn't a limitation, it's your strength. Growth in a niche market isn't about becoming big, it's about becoming indispensable. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a fellow entrepreneur or leave a review. It helps us reach more people like you. Until next time, stay focused, stay strategic, and keep carving your path.